Welcome to Let's Talk. I'm your host, Denise Rolark-Barnes, publisher of the Washington Informer. For years, we've been told that increasing jail and prison sentences for people who break the law are the only ways to keep our city safe. But we know different. We know that the real effective safety solutions are being developed by local groups here in Washington, D.C. So today we're talking about some of those real solutions that will stop violence before it happens and actually get us the safety we want. The Washington Informer is sitting down with Washingtonians who are breaking the cycle of violence by investing in prevention first solutions through their roles as faith leaders, business leaders, data and coordination experts, and community mentors. This roundtable today, which is sponsored by Public Welfare Foundation, will highlight the solutions that actually help our city achieve safety and how everyone in our city can play a vital role. I will also add that we are broadcasting today from the beautiful True Reformer building here at 1200 U Street, Northwest in the Lankford Auditorium. So let's dive in. I'm happy to be joined by Thomas Penny, Kristy Love, Eric Weaver, and Reverend Delonte Gholston. But before we dig into our conversation, let's start with introductions. And I'll start with you, Reverend Gholston. Tell us about yourself.
Sure. My name is Pastor Delonte Gholston. I pastor Peace Fellowship Church. It's in Ward 7 in Deanwood. I'm originally from Uptown, Georgia Avenue, Park Road, that area. Got into work of prevention, really not voluntarily, but when some friends of mine started to get killed when I returned to DC, and I fought kind of getting engaged until my nephew almost got killed in 2018, got shot 5 times up off of Georgia Avenue. I've been organizing around gun violence prevention and police violence in LA before I moved back to the city. And it became clear that churches had to be organized in DC to end community violence. So we started organizing peace walks in our neighborhood with local clergy right in Deanwood, and then started training different congregations around the city to do the same thing. And then within the last couple of years, we started a nonprofit. It's called Just Peace Ministries, and we focus on healing the healer so that people show up safe in the work of gun violence prevention and are coming from a place of healing. We started an initiative called Fund Peace Now that focuses on training and hiring and finding entrepreneurship opportunities for youth. So
I look forward to digging into that a little bit more, particularly from the faith-based perspective. But as a native Washingtonian, I have to ask the question, what high school did you go to?
Oh, I went to Banneker Senior High School, Paul Junior High School, and Brent Elementary School. Okay. We can go all the way down.
That's real DC. We're going to move now to Kristy Love. Kristy?
Yes, so thank you for inviting me to this conversation. I'm Kristy Love, Executive Director of the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council. It's a mouthful, or the CJCC. And the CJCC is actually a group or a council of local and federal criminal justice and public safety leaders. And as the executive director, it's my job to lead the staff to support the work of that council. And we support them in several ways. First, we facilitate automated information sharing, and that's among 30 local and federal. And I say federal because we know DC is unique in terms of our criminal justice system, but we facilitate information sharing among all of those agencies. We also do research and analysis, and that's probably what we're best known for publicly. We monitor public safety trends. We look at how well the justice system is operating. The third thing we do, we facilitate interagency collaboration. So our members have identified a number of priority areas, including violent crime and juvenile justice, substance abuse, mental health, and also corrections. And then lastly, we provide training and technical assistance. We'll bring in subject matter experts who can speak to successful and effective efforts to address some of the public safety challenges we have here.
Wonderful. Okay.
Name is Thomas Penny. I'm president of Donohoe Hospitality, and During the day, I run a hotel company. We have 20 hotels with a large footprint here in the DMV. In addition to that, Baltimore, Charlottesville, and Las Vegas. But my interest in making sure the community is safe is kind of rooted in not making the right decisions as a young man myself. And I changed trajectories when I lost my only brother, only sibling. When he was 20 years old, he was killed in a car accident, and started to make different choices. And I just remember growing up, my father saying to me, son, doesn't matter what you have in your yard. If your brother or sister doesn't have enough, the struggle continues. And so ever since I've been in the hotel business, I've been laser focused on making sure young people and adults with returning citizens have opportunities. And it's been something that's been deeply rewarding, because many of these folks have kind of transitioned into leadership positions within our organization and have made invaluable contributions.
Amazing. Okay, Eric.
I'm Eric Weaver, native Washingtonian, born and raised here. I'm also a returned citizen, went to jail at a young age and was incarcerated for 22 years. When I came home, I started an organization called NAARC, which is the National Association for the Advancement of Returned Citizens. And initially it was just advocating for the rights of returned citizens. And then I started seeing more of a need. So many people were coming home and needed help. So we started like a support group, almost like an NA type support group, to help returned citizens overcome some of the barriers that they faced. And in the course of this, violence prevention started being a thing again, and I saw an opportunity, because I knew a lot of guys that were incarcerated wanted to come home and give back, but I also saw an opportunity to get them employed doing this work. So to me, it was a no-brainer. The people that wanted to come back and help their communities be able to get paid for doing it, mainly because they couldn't find jobs nowhere else. And so I remember when Cure Violence came here to the city and tried to introduce, DC is so territorial, nobody wanted them. We was like, it was a big meeting, and they was like, we from DC, we don't need nobody from Chicago doing nothing here. But I looked at it a little different. I saw, man, it's money. We can put money in the streets to do this work, and also I can get some returned citizens hired. So I think at the time I walked across the picket line, so to speak, to get this work done. And I think because of the relationship I had in the community, it wasn't a whole lot of issues about it or pushbacks or beefing, because it was me, and then people saw the vision, and now it grew into what it is now in the city with, I think it's millions of dollars put into the city for violence prevention. At the time, it wasn't but $365,000 that they was putting in it. And that was, 8 years ago now. So, and here we are.